Welcome back to a brand new video of the Target Individual Program. So this old woman in front of me, older woman in front of me, back of me. So I talk about from time how there's some of these women on the bus target me. So this old woman, as she's getting up off the bus, she start looking at me. Then she takes out a white glove, right, out of her bag, only to put it back into her bag because she wanted me to see it. And then she got up to walk in front of me. She gave me the thumbs up sign, right? And I'm like, yeah, okay, whatever. Whatever. Then with the gloves, you know, white gloves, white devils, all right? All right? White devils, that's what I call them. Who engage in this sort of behavior, all right? Because they got white minds. It's the white devil that's put into their mind, all right? Anyhow, so the movie, right? 3 bodies, right? It has to do with this alien race that live on a planet surrounded by 3 suns. And because the suns are so close together that whenever the planet at times rotates around its own sun, and then because of the gravitational pull of the other suns, it basically it affects the gravitation and the atmosphere, the weather of that planet. So this alien creature, these alien creatures, home planet is going to be destroyed. They had to leave. They build 1,000 ships, and they get headed towards planet Earth because this Chinese scientist answered back to them, even though they were told not to answer back by the same alien race. You know, but because her father was killed and the hardship of the people during the Mao regime in China, you know, she figured that maybe, you know, they can teach humanity, because the first thing that they said is the pacifists. Oh look, the Grenadian flag on the first time seeing this vehicle here, and of course it's a red vehicle, right? Grenadian flag on it. Okay, and where they parked it? Right where I can see it. I was talking about the deportation team. A lot of reds, right? So you see when I walk past the church, there are 2 red vehicles there. You see another red vehicle that's parking right there. Anyhow, but here's the thing, right? So because before I even say that, so there is the group of elites who have the money, they have fun, and so they are advancing technology at a rapid rate than what the public is led to believe, right? So they already developed cryostasis, right, for space travel, in terms of freezing the body at a point where the body's not completely frozen, but it slows down the body function. You're still surviving, you know, for space travel. So you can travel at light speed, thousands of years, and not age as quickly, right? And they have the ability to keep a person's mind alive, thinking, right, without the use of the body. So they can extract your mind, your brain from your body, and be able to integrate it. You talk about BCI, brain-computer interface, but they also have the ability, again, to keep the brain living, right, still functioning. Your consciousness, just that you have no body, okay, no physical body, all right. So all of these, not subliminal messages, but they're just letting you know. And for those of us who are TIs who experience certain things, it's easy for us to get confused and manipulated into thinking that it is a religious thing that's going on when it's not. You know, and the whole premise of the movie is to tell you that, you know, that, yeah, The movie's about aliens invading, but really it's about also these group of elite people who are manipulating us, who are hiding technology from us, right? Because they are moving the society, in a pace and they want society to move, right? So the most of society are dumbed down, don't really know anything. They're believers. This is why this alien race were able to use our beliefs to manipulate us, right? And that's what it is. You got to understand that, like I said, some of these. Look at it. Hold on. Look at a kid coming out with an adult. Short adult. Yeah, and red hoodie. Okay. Yeah. All right, and this is what I've been saying. Right, we have to have a technical mind, not a believing mind. We have to understand technology, the science. So we need young black people to go into these fields, right? These are fields that they've kept us away from, right? Through the higher education or the elite schools that you would need to go to get the best knowledge, right? So understand this, okay? So for me as a black person, wanted to go back to school for computer engineering, they made sure that I wasn't going to get a computer engineering degree, right? Because they understand that with my mindset that I'm going to do this to help my people. So again, this is how you see within the black population this hyper individualism, this hyper selfishness, because they want to keep us separated and be selfish and be highly individuals so that we don't unite. I posted something on Facebook. This is from Ancient Kemet, okay, and it talks about what's going on today. All right, so it goes to show you again. See what the writers of the Bible did, the creators of the Bible did, was take ancient mythological system, ancient when it comes to Kemet, some of the ancient Kemetic spiritual system, right, which is not meant to be something that was real, right? But just these were principles, what you want to call it, divine principles, the sciences, the maths, the arts, right? And try to explain certain things in such a way, like the creation of the world, but we know it's myth, right? So they knew about the air, oxygen, they knew about Adam. That's why you find the word Adam in the Bible, which really is Atom, right? So if you had Adaman, Adam, Adoma, right? But Adam is not, an atom is not. It's the cell, the makeup of who you are. When you talk about the black dot, and ancient Kemetic people understand this. Melanin, right? We're in space, surrounded by darkness, right? Melanin. You don't understand how melanin is so important. Its ability to absorb heat. This is why the spaceship there is shielded with melanin. So all of these things that ancient Kemetic people talk about were actually what they call spirituality, were actually the sciences. But what the Europeans did was make the science, they reinterpret ancient Kemetic belief system, ancient Kemetic mythos, or ancient Kemetic spiritual science, and created something that you think it's, outside of you, when it's within you. And see, the European knows this. The lies they talk about, how they, burned the Library of Alexandria. Believe me, they didn't burn all these books. They kept the knowledge for themselves. And if you go and read the book Our Son God Christ, okay, written by a Roman priest, right? And again, the Big Bang Theory, right? Who could come up with that? But a Roman priest also. So there are those within the Catholic organization that understand what's going on. They know the truth, right? And they tell us. But because, again, how religion was spread throughout the world, through fear, through murder, rape, pillage, brutality. You know, we fail to understand that all these things that have done to our ancestors, whether they're white, black, Asian, what have you, is passed on to us it's encoded in our DNA. So religion has become a tool today in which we can be easily indoctrinated in, because guess what? Some of those hardships and those things are encoded in our DNA. What was done to our people, right? So like I said, because remember, the Catholic Church, right? The Pope and their armies, they spent 1,000 years converting Europe to Christianity. The things that they did to white people in Europe, right? This is white people doing this to other white people, but also black people was involved in it too. All right, let's speak the truth here, okay? So, again, this religious belief system, and this is what happens. Same thing in Africa, same thing in some parts of Asia, all over the world. Right? Religion wasn't brought to the indigenous people of those lands through peace, through good example or peaceful example, but through war. Through war, oppression, murder, rape, castration, right? Theft, brutal assault. All right? That is how we became Christians, Muslims, particularly those two religions. So when you understand your history, you get to think a lot deeper and have a more critical mindset. And but we have to become more technological. We have to have a more technical mindset, a more critical mindset. We have to have an ability to think critically, right, and have a critical analysis of what's going on, what we're being told, and what we're actually seeing, not what we're believing. Talk to you guys in the next video.